Today, we added Overgrowth to Steam Early Access, so you can add it to your Steam library and use the auto-update feature to easily download new alphas. If you have already pre-ordered, you can add Overgrowth to your Steam library using the button on your Overgrowth Humble Store page. Overgrowth also has a temporary discount for the first time ever, with a holiday sale price of $24.99 for the next week or so. You can get it on the Steam store directly, or if you get it from wolfire.com/preorder, we'll include a free copy of Receiver and Lowlight Combat, along with the key for the Steam version of Overgrowth. It's been a while since our last video summarizing what Overgrowth actually is, and the game has changed a bit since then. This seemed like an appropriate time to review what you can actually do in the alphas now. The first thing you can do in the alpha is to go to the arena and try out the combat system against the AI. You'll probably notice that pressing the attack key doesn't immediately launch a strike like in most fighting games. In Overgrowth, you hold the attack key to signal your intent to strike once you're in range, and then you choose the specific attack based on context. You can run left to roundhouse kick in that direction, crouch to sweep, and so on. To successfully defeat the AI, you have to mix up your attack patterns, or they'll easily defend against them. In most fighting games, you hold block to defend, or you tap it to perform a counterattack. In Overgrowth, you have to tap block at the right time just to perform a basic block. You can then keep holding it down to turn a successful block into a throw, or you can counterattack as usual. This can easily turn into a chain of any length, since enemies can also block your counterattack or escape your throw and then attack themselves. Much of the damage delivered in unarmed combat comes directly from physics simulation. If you hit someone, you do a certain amount of damage straight up, but the most serious damage often comes from knocking the opponent's head into a hard surface, like a wall or floor. A second thing you can do in the alpha is to duel a friend with local multiplayer. This is not online, but if you hook up 1 or 2 extra controllers to your computer, you can fight in this versus mode. This is footage from an Overgrowth versus tournament at GDC 2012, in which I was eliminated in my very first match. A third thing you can do is try out the level editor. There's a number of built-in environments and challenge levels you can open, but they're not really complete levels at this point. They're more like backdrops that we'll use for the actual levels later. For now, you can climb around in them, have fun with the ragdoll debug keys, and fight the patrolling enemies. And you can access the level editor yourself at any time just by pressing escape. The editor is intended to be fairly intuitive, with all the standard features like copy-paste, alt-drag, undo, redo, and so on. You can spawn new objects and characters and hold Alt to connect them in various ways, like putting a backpack on or putting a knife on someone's belt. Almost everything can be tinted by pressing Ctrl-P, and you can edit other character parameters by pressing U. Pre-orderers have made a ton of mods and levels using these tools that you can browse using the SUM launcher, which stands for Settings, Updates, and Mods. You can get it from the pre-order forum, and as the name implies, it lets you easily change settings in the game, download updates, and browse and install mods. One of the easiest ways to learn about new mods before trying them is through YouTube. For example, the iDubbbz TV channel has more than 150 Let's Play videos showing off different mods and custom levels. So, there are a few fun things that you can do in the alpha now, but there's no proper single-player campaign yet, and there are definitely a lot of rough edges. You can expect bugs and performance issues as we try out new features, and some basic functionality is not in yet, like the in-game settings menu, though that should be working in Alpha 205 in a few days. So please don't pre-order the alpha expecting a polished and complete game yet. However, if you would like to pre-order now and try the alpha for yourself, and get a free copy of Receiver and Lowlight Combat, and add Overgrowth to your Steam library, you can do that at wolfire.com/preorder. If you'd like to hear about development news as soon as it happens, you can follow me on Twitter at Wolfire.